Hello everybody, and welcome back to our Let's Play of Stardew Valley on the Junimo farm. Hi SolarCon, I have some good news for you. A few days ago I made a breakthrough in my research on the local environment. I'll spare you the technical details and get to the point. You know that empty cave over there, a little ways to the west? Well, I have a way to turn it into something useful for both of us. I'd like to set up the cave to attract some local species. That way I can observe them in a more controlled environment. And you can harvest whatever products they produce. I can either set up the cave to attract mushrooms or fruit bats. We're gonna go with bats because we can get all the fruits in the game easily now without having to grow the expensive fruit trees. After Demetrius turned our habit hole into the bat cave, we did the normal civic duties of watering and then cleaned up the farm a tad bit more before going to the flower dance, which runs from 9 AM to 2 PM. Once at the flower festival, we were so inspired by all the flowers around us that we brought some seasonal decor flowers and a seasonal plant to spruce up the farm a bit. No one wanted to dance with us because for the most part we've been ignoring everybody, so we stood in the corner isolated and alone while everyone had a grand old time. When we got home it had magically turned to 10 PM, but we were still full of energy since we just sat around moping at the flower festival. So we chopped trees and then went to bed in a sullen mood. The morning of the 25th, we did our due diligence in watering, placed down our newest purchase of beautiful seasonal decor, then went to Clint's since our pickaxe was ready, and now we have a much sturdier copper pickaxe. We were kind of bored, so gave a daffodil to Penny. Don't worry, we're not a home wrecker though. We fished for a few hours, gave our catch to Willie, and splatted some more geodes with Clint, and gave the shiny rocks and random stuff to Gunther. He didn't seem to care. We cleaned up for the rest of the day 25 of spring, and then reached level 6 fishing, giving us +1 fishing rod proficiency and the spinner and trap bobber recipes. On the 26th, we got our second and final crop of strawberries, since after the first harvest they produce every 4 days, and spring is done after the 28th, only 2 days away. Looks like our cauliflower is ready too. That means we can give Jody her cauliflower. Jody, I have your cauliflower. Why are you so rude, not even acknowledging my presence? Oh, you're making yellow curry. Okay, we'll forgive you. I don't know what yellow curry is, but that sounds delicious. Alright, have a nice day now. Not sure why, but since pretty much all our harvests for spring were completed, I decided that I wanted to start to bring a bit of structure to the farm, and so laid out more stepping stones for pathways leading into the farm. Then, I began to plan out my farm plots for the summer, and spent the rest of the day making this one gated space. It was an iterative process to be sure, but I think it's starting to come along. I really did just spend an entire afternoon and evening making one fenced-in enclosure. Planning out farms in Stardew is hard. It's now day 27, and Willie's got new rods for sale. And even though I do love fishing in Stardew Valley, we don't have nearly enough money to afford that right now, and we're also now in full swing prep mode for summer. But first, let me grab these green beans. Now, let me destroy these green beans because you serve me no purpose anymore. Okay, now that that's taken care of, and I've begun to lay out some plots, let me finally craft up some quality sprinklers with all these ingots I've been storing up. Oh no. I may have made a mistake. Quality sprinkler crafting recipe. It's refined quartz, iron bar, and gold bar. Not copper bar? Oh no. At this point in time, a slight madness took over me as I realized my grievous error, and so I vowed that I would plunder deep into the mines to fetch the precious gold, which would bring me good fortune to the Junimo farm in the form of quality sprinklers. Little did I know that this undertaking would be no simple feat. In my exasperating attempt at finding gold, I managed to make it down to level 57 from starting at 45, before wearily dragging my defeated self to bed, with little to show but a hurt ego and a brain. At least my ransacking of the mines is making me stronger, so I can fight off the terrors that may lurk deeper underground. Anyway, today my copper hoe is ready, and I know how to cook an omelet, so we're already off to a much better start than yesterday. I realized I had to put my gold and quality sprinkler ventures on hold for the more pressing task at hand, summer. Today is the last day of spring, so I used the whole day prepping for summer. Just kidding, I made half of a fenced-in plot and then went mining until having to turn back at level 65. Good progress in the mines, but now I'm nowhere near prepared for the start of a new season. Before going to sleep though, I did make some fertilizer using a bit of the sap I had laying around. I'm gonna put this stuff down on all of the crops. Okay, oh my goodness, summer's here, so much to do, so little time to do it. This farm is a mess, I'm a mess, why am I holding a leek? This isn't even a summer foraging item. I began my frantic planning out of the farm, and when Pierre's opened, I rushed over there and purchased an assortment of crops. I got melons, blueberries, tomatoes, peppers, hops, and corn. I kept planning out the summer crops layout, and as you see here, I'm unhoeing some spots because I'm stubborn, and that's where I'm going to put my sprinklers once I get them. Then, I planted and watered everything. Whew, that was a lot. To finish up the day, I prettied up this ugly side area I had previously been working on, and changed it to accommodate the fact that I still haven't gotten the axe upgrade, so I just worked around that and made the fenced-in area a little smaller. The second day of summer had us doing the normal watering of the crops, followed by me needlessly getting rid of already hoed spots because my OCD was kicking in a bit just looking at it. I was in a creative mood this morning, so decided to beautify the side garden with some fencing and pathing, as well as put cobblestone paths down where the sprinklers are going to go. The cobblestone paths are for both form and function as they break up the stepping stones, but also when you put a path below a sprinkler, if you put your hoe over that area, the sprinkler doesn't get removed, making it much easier to hoe the next season. Later that afternoon, I stopped by Pierre's and bought some radish seeds. These radishes topped off my little side garden, which I think is coming along quite nicely. Even though I said I hated it before, I added some gravel path as a little divider between the gardens and mini walkway. Maybe it's starting to grow on me. I finished the day out with pathing the bottom of the garden and expanded the farm a bit. Today's the 3rd of summer and it's raining, so that means no watering, and ooh, a letter. SolarCon, this is embarrassing. I lost my lucky purple shorts. I'm telling you because I think I can trust you. If you find them, bring them back to me discreetly. I'll pay well. Thanks, Mayor Lewis. Well, that's a bit suspicious. I wonder what Mayor Lewis has been getting up to lately. We decided to go mining for the rest of the day, and first made it to level 70, where we weren't gifted with awesome boots or a new sword, or anything great like that, but rather the master slingshot, but there's nothing masterful about it. It's trash. Continuing on though, we kind of went on a rampage today in the mines and made it down to level 80. See, this is more like it. Give me those Firewalker boots. These are sick. I'll take that +3 defense and immunity any day. Level 80 and below is also where gold starts showing up the most frequently, so now we can hopefully finally make some gold bars. We got to level 82 and realized immediately that our once great pirate sword is now terrible against these annoying monsters deeper in the mines, so we hit up the Adventurers Guild, sold the pirate sword, and bought a bone sword. It's quick and has good damage output. That night, we reached level 4 combat from tearing up the caves. On the 4th, the moment we've all been waiting for finally is here. We got gold bars. At long last, the quality sprinkler. It is ours. We could make 2 with the gold we had acquired, but hopefully soon enough, once we hit the gold rush in the mines, we'll be swimming in it and have enough gold for, 100 quality sprinklers. I still had to water today, but felt accomplished knowing that I was starting my path to fully automating the watering of my crops. I gave Linus a salmon berry I had left over, and he was appreciative of it. As always, I went mining for the rest of the day and was able to rack up a decent amount of gold. I also encountered some tough baddies that I quickly put an end to, and even found a diamond in the rough. When I got back to the farm, I used some of the gold I had been cooking up to make 3 more quality sprinklers, and I also made 1 more furnace too. I figured I'd be needing it moving forward, so why not? When I went to sleep that night, I reached level 5 mining from all my rock smashing, and decided to become a geologist, since I like getting lots of gems, and they can make me a bunch of money. I also get a ton of ore already, so I'm not worried about that. The morning of the 5th, 3 more gold bars were cooked up, so I made 3 more quality sprinklers, and then watered just a bit more. My hot peppers were also ready, so I picked those. I took a look at the bundle since wasn't sure if hot peppers were part of the summer crops bundle, and looked at the quality crops bundle. Uh-oh. Looks like I forgot to get 5 gold parsnips during spring. Well, I guess we're not completing the greenhouse in the first year. Dang it. We had to go on a walk to calm ourselves down a bit, and then found ourselves at the footsteps of Robin's carpentry shop. What a coincidence. With a spur of the moment impulse buy, I bit the bullet and bought myself a chicken coop. It's about time we start raising some of those cuties and getting eggs and mayonnaise from them. Robin's gonna get right on building that for us. Then we dropped off our hot pepper, a grape, and a spiceberry at the community center. I can't believe we forgot to do the first part of the quality crops bundle. Those stupid gold parsnips. Those are the easiest ones too. Now I have to wait until next spring. Oh, this is ridiculous. To take our mind off of our foolishness and missing the quality crops bundle, we stopped by Marnie's to say hi and also saw certain purple shorts that may or may not belong to the mayor seemingly lying at the foot of Marnie's bed. Oh, Marnie, what have you been doing with Mayor Lewis? Ugh. We didn't do much for the rest of the day, just gathered some shells and sold some old gear that's utterly useless to us now. We still were a bit flustered by our silliness and not working on the quality crops bundle during spring, and so needed to spend some time at the sauna to blow off some steam. And feeling well rested later that night, we headed back to the farm, made a few more quality sprinklers, and then called it a night. Phew, what a whirlwind the beginning of summer has been. Be sure to tune in next episode to see what lies in store for us for our next adventures during the summer. But for now, thank you all for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you're enjoying this series, and I'll see you all in the next one.